What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap today for September the 12th. Today we took no trades. However, we were looking for some Tesla calls, but unfortunately we weren't able to get filled to our level, so no trade there. Before we get into that, let's talk about today's market context. So opening to today, as we did have a strong trend day yesterday, I wasn't expecting much opening into the market, to be honest. I was expecting indices to sideways chop consolidation, and clearly it's basically what happened today in the AM session. There weren't really much trades to do. As you can see here, we were trading within this $1.33 range for almost half the day until we got a breakout around 3 o'clock and then instantly heading back down. So fairly choppy day today for the indices, really hard to trade. So yeah, with that said, let's hop into our Tesla trade. So with Tesla, we knew that market was rallying previous day. As you can see on the daily time frame, I did expect the supply zone to fail. And as you can see, since it did, we had a really big breakout. It is something I should have really paid more attention to be honest. So I could have seen something like today and been more aggressive with my entries. However, as you can see on the smaller time frame, Tesla pretty much had no pullbacks today, so we weren't able to enter anything. But opening to Tesla today, as you can see, pre-market was holding above this 367.77 zone. Very key for Tesla to continue up. As you can see, no sellers were present below this level, so we weren't seeing any sellers at all. And opening into market, we just had strong buying, pushing Tesla all the way up. First retest I was looking to enter on here was this down close candle. Was looking for a retest of this zone here before going long. You know, something around this area. Today is a Friday, so I was very cautious about my entry. Since we are playing 0 DTEs, I was very picky with my fill and wanted it to at least touch this area before entering. However, as you can see, that never happened. We missed it just about 50, 60 cents. And clearly the trade ran all the way until 393, this 394 level. If we go back to the daily time frame, there was pretty much no other level until up here, like as you can see over here or possibly here. But those were pretty much the price targets if we were to play this today. So very strong day today. You know, it sucks to miss a move like this, but you know, it happens, and we're not always going to catch everything. You see this trade go all the way here, but realistically, even if we entered, are we even going to hold that much? Realistically, we probably would have trimmed majority of our position around like 100%, which is still a very solid day, don't get me wrong. But holding up to the 394 is something else, and it's not something we usually do. But it is what it is. The market will move and eventually rebuild itself for another nasty day, something like this again. So look forward to it in the future. But with that said, there's no need to FOMO and take any unnecessary trades. Moving on to another ticker I was very interested in today was AMD. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, if we were looking for shorts, it was possible we retested this area up here. This area up here before heading back down. Something like this, right? Before heading back down. And today, as you can see, we had a really strong move back up. But in the morning, clearly AMD was showing some weakness. So I was kind of interested in some shorts. But as you can see, AMD was not able to break below previous day lows. And as you can see, AMD ended up rebounding to the upside, showing strong strength. For me, since there wasn't much levels based off of AMD here on the previous day, I didn't see an opportunity to enter. But if I were to just pick something in hindsight, it would probably be this 5-minute range, opening range. You can see here this 157, or maybe even the bar. Test things out, but not an A+ trade for me. Something I wouldn't size up, but really be light size, especially on a Friday. That said, Apple, also a very good trade today. Possible trade, but no entry for me. As you can see here, we had a strong push up, immediately followed by selling pressure, but they weren't able to keep up. And with levels like these, as you can see, previous day high, we probably could have gotten a really aggressive entry at this key 230.25 zone, which is pretty much, as you can see here, previous day highs level. So very strong move on Apple today. This is a big mover as well. Overall market today on individual tickers was really strong, relatively strong compared to the indices, and that's pretty much it for Apple today. Looking at Qs, I can see was also really strong. Mainly I was looking at SPY, so there wasn't much for me today. No trades, missed Tesla, and I pretty much called it a day after I missed that. I could have probably able to chase, but in the long run, it's not something you want to do. May work this day, but eventually you'll get caught. So no FOMO today. As bad as it is, I believe these contracts ran over 1,000%, but it is what it is. Setup for next week is I'm really interested in NVDA. We're approaching back to, I believe, all-time highs. Let's take a look. Yeah, as you can see, we're close to all-time highs here, just around 6 points. I do believe we will probably retest this all-time high sometime next week. However, I do need to see a hold of this gap fill over here. I cannot see any sellers kicking in under this level here. Buyers need to maintain above this level and continue higher. As you can see, based off what we've seen this week so far, NVIDIA is consolidating within this range over here, previously rejecting this level right here. So we could possibly see some strong upside next week if we get a break above, and then retest higher. So that's top watch for me next week on NVIDIA. Consolidating means that we have a big move coming, or just a good move either to the upside or downside. Interested in both. If we do get a nice move to the downside, we can see on the daily time frame we have a really big gap to fill. Big gap fill, as you can see. This whole range here we have to fill. So shorts, we'll look for shorts below this 175.49, and calls we'll look above for this 179.30. Possibly also a level up here for a retest. If we weren't able to get any call entry at this level, then I'll be interested above. With that said, that pretty much wraps it up for today. I hope you guys did well today. Really good market. Things are starting to kick back starting September. And we do have a lot more to come. So if you guys missed it just like me today, no worries. We wake up, trade again, and catch you next time. All right, peace out.